In this short video, I'm going to show you how to cook a chicken on a stick. Something you can do next time you go camping. It takes minutes to do, maybe an hour to cook, but it tastes incredible. Thanks for clicking on the video. I'm here today in the woodland at my primitive woodland camp. I want to show you one of my favourite ways when it comes to cooking chicken in the woods when you don't have a grill. All you need is a knife. However, with the aid of a folding saw and an axe, you can achieve exactly what I'm about to show you. Stay tuned, follow the journey, and try and recreate this at home. So just to explain what I've done, I've split some wood, I've graded it down from large, medium, small. That way the small stuff obviously gets put on the fire or that delicate flame first, followed by the medium, then the large. The flame I actually created using the inner strands from cedar bark. So the wood in this woodland and the wood that I've just split and we're burning is actually cedar wood. And the bark on the cedar tree, well, it has a very fine, thin fibre on the inside of the bark, at which point I used this, my knife and the good old trusty ferro rod or a fire steel. We all know how they work. You basically scrape your knife onto the fire steel and the knife shaves off hot shavings of metal, which then lands onto a tinder bundle to turn into a flame. So now that we've done the fire, it's time to get a piece of wood to thread our chicken onto. So the tree that I'm looking for is a bit of hazel, like this tree right here. However, I need some shoots, I need some straights that are a bit thicker than this, because that is just too thin. There's a bit of hazel there, a bit of hazel there. No, I need to keep looking, and eventually I'll see one. Oh, that might be okay. So as well as hazel, I also need something to flavour the meal, which is why I've come over here to this patch which comes back every single year. It seems to be getting bigger and bigger. It's wild garlic, and you can often tell it's wild garlic even before you see it. You can smell it, and it's so strong. That's why you don't really need that much. In fact, I'm probably only going to use 2 of these leaves, maybe 3, but I just wanted to show you. You can see that they've got these thin stems and they're quite a long, broad leaf. But again, the main thing is you'll know it when you smell it. This is definitely wild garlic. And these are the seeds so they've just finished flowering recently over the last few weeks, and they're now producing seeds. You can pickle these and eat them. However, all we want here are just the leaves. And the last thing that I need is a form of plate, which I don't have. So I'm going to use these burdock leaves, and they're going to kind of help give me a fairly clean area to prep this chicken. So just to explain what I've done, I've split down this hazel in order to create a bit of a gap to fit the chicken down. The reason why I've put these 2 splints in, well, that's just to stop the chicken from folding back in on itself when it leans towards the fire. Again, on the top here, as you've just seen, I've collected a bit of cedar root. It's really strong stuff. It's great for binding things together. I use it a lot when I cook fish this way. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I've got some really nice seasoning that I've put on it. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But now let's get this in front of the fire and get it cooking. So we've just taken the wild garlic and cut it into small strips and then mixed it into this mayonnaise. And ideally you kind of want to do this, you know, like 12 to 24 hours in advance to really appreciate that garlicness and get that garlic infusion into the whole mayo. But I'm sure this is going to go well with the chicken. So the chicken's cooking nicely. It probably needs about another 10 minutes. You can see that smoke, that lovely flavoured cedar smoke infusing again, well, just coating that chicken in smoky flavourness. And I'm really looking forward to eating it because I've not had any lunch today and it's already about 6 o'clock. Oof, how good does that chicken look? If you're not much of a meat eater, you can replace this chicken with a fish. So what you do is you remove the head, the tail and the backbone, leaving the 2 fillets attached. And then you simply place 2 skewers, like I've done here, into the fillets and then thread it down onto your hazel stick. It's another great way of cooking fish, especially trout and salmon. Well, the chicken is finally cooked and you can see how hot it is. Look at it just steaming away. Oh, the flavour, the smoky flavour. And that seasoning. Look, the meat just falls off. It's so hot I can hardly touch it. This is the best chicken I've ever cooked over a fire. Look at that. Nice slice out of the breast. Beautifully cooked. And then a bit of the wild garlic mayo. Bit of a messy job this. It's only taken about 1.5 hours for that garlic, that wild garlic, to infuse the mayo. And it's just so tasty. I mean, along with this seasoning as well. So I've got this seasoning called RINGO'S seasoning. It's a friend of mine, he's a YouTuber. You might have recognized him in some previous videos. He has got his own seasoning mix, something I'm very jealous of. I would love to have my own seasoning mix. Anyway, it's so tasty. Together with the wild garlic, perfect saltiness in it as well. And the smoke, just that smokiness on the skin from the fire. And the man himself, RINGO'S. So this is the man behind RINGO'S Spices, the spice mix that I've used. And yeah, this is your first time cooking chicken this way in the woods.
Yes.
Tell me, how is it? Have I done your spices proud?
Yes, you have. So everyone, thank you, bless up and respect. So the seasoning that I've created, basically it's an all-purpose mix. It's good for all kinds of meat. Today we've used it on the roast chicken, Bushcraft Tools have brought me in the forest, and it's been an amazing time, and we've had an amazing time. But the chicken, 10-10. The
10-10,
seasoning,
yeah.
10-10. That's
Good.
all I can say.
Good, good. That's good to hear. That's good, and it's just a different way. It's a really like the smoke really infuses the meat.
So
doesn't
basically
it?
today,
Well, especially the skin.
So basically today, the smoke that's been smoking the chicken for about an hour has just given it that extra. Do you know what I mean?
That extra level of goodness.
That extra level of goodness, and then we've got the all-purpose Ringo Vision mix that I've created. It's taken me some time to create that, guys, but I've got it on point, and we've used it, and we didn't use anything else to season the chicken other than the Ringo Vision all-purpose mix, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Bushcraft
what
Tools.
about the wild garlic mayo?
Well,
Have you ever tried wild garlic mayo before?
Never.
I mean, you just had a bit now, but have you ever seen it? Have you ever found it? Have you ever foraged for it?
No,
or used it cooking?
Never. First time. I'll definitely use it. I'm definitely going to go and search for some.
Yeah. Now that I've shown you what it looks like.
Definitely going to look for some. Your salad.
Yeah. You can use it all sorts of ways. I've even wrapped sausages in wild garlic leaves and cooked them, and they were good, but they were quite garlicky. Because it is quite powerful, isn't it?
Very powerful. Wow.
Look at that. Beautifully cooked.
Look at that.
So yeah, while we tuck into the rest of this, you probably don't want to watch us do it. Therefore, I just want to say thank you very much if you're still watching the video.
Thank you very much, everybody, yeah, and thank you for having me today, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode with me and Bushcraft Tools 24-hour kitchen.
Check out the other episode where we went crabbing. We went crabbing yesterday.
Catch and cook.
Catch and cook.
Catch and cook.
Big crab, wasn't it?
Big crab. Like, that's the biggest crab I've ever cooked. So again, Bushcraft, respect.
Hey, it's been a pleasure having you down here.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah, look out for Ringo in future videos. We're going to do lots of stuff. Absolute legend. Again, check out his channel. Go and comment. Tell him I sent you.
Respect, everybody. I'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
And please subscribe if you haven't already. If you like this sort of video, you want to see more, please leave a thumbs up. Goodbye.